Hey, and how are you doing? Oh, hold on, wait a minute. I still got this thing on. I guess since I'm here by myself, ain't no need for it. Peace and blessings once again. It is your friend, Brother Medina, from the Inglewood Enterprise Gallery. And it is exciting to be here. It is man, it's been a long time. Y'all still out there? I hope we ain't lost nobody, but we gotta keep on keeping on. The Inglewood Enterprise Gallery at our new location, 1200 West 35th Street, located in the Bridgeport Artist Loft Center. Over there is where you can find us. As a matter of fact, let me let you take a look at this. Inglewood Enterprise Gallery. You can always reach us at 773-719-9848 directly, or you can check out our website at InglewoodEnterpriseGallery.com. That's InglewoodEnterpriseGallery.com. Man, it is such a blast to be back. For those of you who may have never seen our show or don't know much about us at the Inglewood Enterprise Gallery, we are a creative co-working space here in Chicago. We also do youth outreach and mentorship around arts, around creativity, around entrepreneurship, and a lot of other community development types of things. As a matter of fact, as I always like to say, I can show you better than I can tell you. So let me just share a brief video with you of some of the interesting things that we were up to before it all went down. Check this out, and feel free to give us a call and let me know your thoughts. And feel free to tell us if you miss us or if you don't miss us, if you want us to go back home. All right, check it out and let me know what you think. All right. That's just a quick snapshot. The Inglewood Enterprise Gallery, children's art parties, youth art programming in schools, different things like that. We did the Peace Garden over there at 7039 South Wentworth, as well as other public art projects. And what we specialize in is uplifting humanity using arts and creativity. So that's something that we like to spread more of, neighborhood beautification, and that's our way of engaging the community. Some people are into activism, we in the artivism, and that's what we like to do at the Inglewood Enterprise Gallery. Once again, I'm your host, Brother Medina. Man, a lot has been going on, and it's just good to be here, back in the saddle, talking about some of the great things that we have had going on over this past summer. We know a lot of people have been out of commission for a little bit more than a year. Some of the latest things that we have done and engaged in, we worked with some young people this summer with some of our community partners. As a matter of fact, while I'm thinking about it, let me give a couple shout outs to some of our community partners that we have been working with as of lately and for a long time in different areas of community engagement. Number one, big thanks to the Chicago Community Trust and the Safe and Peaceful Chicago Fund, for promoting safe and peaceful events for us to engage our young people with, to give them an alternative to negativity and violence. So we like to say arts and creativity is our anti-violence. So that's what we do at the Inglewood Enterprise Gallery. Some of our other community affiliates, big thanks to Mr. Otis Monroe, Reverend Otis Monroe, staying diligent in community development over at the Monroe Foundation. Also, Miss Yvette Moyo and Real Men Charities and the Quarry Event Center. Always looking to see how we can work together and come up with new and creative ways to deal with some of the issues in our community. Also, the Healing Academy, located at the center of Englewood, the actual center of Englewood. We have the Healing Academy. One of our community partners over there was Sister Dion Victoria, who is also a fellow artist, and my man Baba Zaki at Urban Tech Academy. You know, doing great things, working with the youth in the ways of STEM, in the ways of arts and creativity, in the ways of sports, and pretty much anything that will help uplift our young people and give them something positive to do. You know, these are some of our community partners, people who we've been working with. And as we like to do at the Englewood Enterprise Gallery is highlight not the negative things that go on in the community and around the community and around Chicago, but we like to highlight the positive things. You can turn on the news any day of the week and see a bunch of negative propaganda about our communities, you know, but it's also important that we promote and create the needed balance so we can actually see what good is happening in our communities. You know, what can we do more of to encourage these different things? So as always, I showed you a little bit of what we do at the Englewood Enterprise Gallery, and I will be showing more video segments since this is our first time back in a couple years. You know, I think it's important that we refresh the memory of our supporters and people who are just watching CAN TV trying to see what else is going on with community organizations. You know, how can we do something different? How can we do something creative and innovative, you know? So I would like to share yet another awesome video with you of some of our young people and some of the great stuff that we have been doing with them. This next video clip is what some of the work that we were doing with another one of our affiliates, K's Fashion Lab, where we were engaging the young people in the ways of creativity, fashion, arts and crafts, and different things like that. So you can see some of the other stuff that we have going on, some of the practical things that we get the children involved with. Let's go back. That's what's up. That's what's up. That was a quick one. So anyway, yeah, so that was us at the Fashion Lab, working on t-shirts. You know, what I like to do is encourage some of the young people, if they are a graphic designer or a fashion designer, we engage them with t-shirt making equipment so that they can innovate on their own designs and not only just create a design, but I also give them an entrepreneurship workshop. So how can they take their design and their creativity, make a product out of it, and then generate a little cash flow? You know, even as a teenager and as a youth, how can they innovate and use their innovation to create? You know, a lot of our young people complain about, well, not just young people, a lot of people in the community complain about not having access to jobs, not having access to a proper wage and things like that. And that's a battle that's going on a national level, especially when we look at the fact that over the last year, everything has gone up probably 30%. You know, my bag of chips got 20% smaller, but it's costing me more, you know, so they taking more and giving less, you know. So at the end of the day, we have to innovate on how we continue to diversify our portfolio, diversify your funding sources. How can you create and innovate and sustain yourself in these trying times? While I'm talking about it, the phones ain't ringing off the hook yet, but I do have a pressing question for anybody that may be listening, because I was having a conversation with a friend of mine the other day, and I was talking about how bad things was for certain people, and I know that many of us have gone through a trying time. Many people have suffered catastrophic losses. We've lost loved ones and things like that. But I was talking about how people was broke and people were doing bad and all of this. And then my friend asked me, they was like, do you really know somebody that's doing bad? And I know it's always somebody that's doing bad, But in this trying time, a lot of people have been forced to have to transform their lifestyle, to cut back, to save more, to get together with family more, to spend less frivolous time and things like that. So to tell you the truth, when my friend asked me, did I know somebody that was hurting? I had to tell her, yeah, I was saying people was hurting, but I didn't really know nobody that was hurting. So, 312-738-1060. If you are hurting as a result of COVID, I want to hear from you. Because I don't know what's happening in everybody's household. I know that a lot of people have gotten blessed in these trying times, surprisingly, because when you turn on the TV, everything is catastrophic. It's like we in a slow apocalypse. But at the same time, there have been resources that have been shaken from the trees. There's a little paper out there flowing around. Some people started new businesses. They fired their old boss and decided to be their own boss. A lot of people are doing new and innovative things. So if you are one of those people doing new and innovative things and you ain't broke and you ain't hurting, I want to hear from you too. Because at the end of the day, it's about keeping the conversation going on. We don't have all of the ideas, but I'm interested in hearing what's going on in the community. As a matter of fact, if you're hurting, it's a lot of rental assistance programs going on out there. Joe Biden say all the money ain't circulated as far as this moratorium goes on evictions. So if you ain't got your application in trying to get some funding towards towards your rent or your bills and things like that, then you need to hook up with some of these social service agencies out there. As a matter of fact, I may know of a couple. If you check us out at our Facebook page and send us a message, or you can also check out my Instagram, Medina the Artist. Send me a message and I'll connect you with some of our community partners that are working hard to help people who may be suffering or still suffering economic losses. But yeah, we want to hear from you. We want to know what's going on in the community. I did a lot of new and interesting things during COVID. I launched some new business ventures. I met some new friends. I went to some new and interesting places. Matter of fact, one phenomenal place that I like to tell people about all the time, because I think it was such a rewarding experience. And it actually increased my telepathy. If you believe in that, everybody don't believe in that, but it increased my telepathy. And it got me more at peace with myself, just being connected with nature. But it's yet another video that I have to share of what we have been doing over the last almost 2 years. All right, so I'm going to play this video, and if you got some thoughts on it, the number is down there, 312-738-1060. This is a live show, so you will be on air with your question, comment, or criticism. All right, so check this video out and let me know what you think. Wow. Man, I always enjoy watching those videos, just having a flashback of that experience. So if you didn't gather what was going on in the video, that was actually some quartz mining that we were doing down in Hot Springs, Arkansas. And for the record, when we got back, everybody did quarantine, and we were wearing masks and stuff like that, for those that's concerned. But at the same time, in the middle of catastrophe and a pandemic and the apocalypse and everything else that was going on, we found a little peace in sitting on a mound of dirt, digging clear quartz crystals out the ground. It's one of the most peaceful things that I've ever done, And for any of you who might not be familiar with quartz, look it up, fact check it on Google. Don't take my word for it. But quartz crystals, they have an interesting energy about themselves. Some people believe that they increase telepathy and aid people in communicating with each other without even having to use words. I believe that, everybody has their own experience with different things, but I know my own personal experience with the quartz crystals. Also, quartz crystals were used in some of the earliest radios, which is some of the most powerful. Shortwave radios could communicate a radio wave all the way across the earth with a shortwave radio that incorporated quartz crystals and copper, which is also a natural mineral. They had quartz crystals, matter of fact, in ancient Egypt, in the pyramids, they had quartz crystals, doing some heavy stuff with the quartz crystals. X-ray machines, X-ray machines use quartz crystals, and the X-ray machine is utilized to see through your body, right? So you can see through your body all the way to the hard structures that are inside your body using quartz crystals. Clocks, watches, the earliest watches, and last but not least, even computers. The computers that we use, your iPhone, supercomputers, they all use crystals that come straight from the earth. So I think that crystals, and namely quartz crystals, are a very underrated asset, very underrated asset. Here go a nice picture of it right there. That's what they look like up close. Clear quartz crystal. Matter of fact, when you think of the concept of a crystal ball comes from the concept of clear quartz crystals. Like I say, they use crystals to see through the human body, but people believe that you could see visions and see into the future using crystals. Can you do all that? I don't know. If you know about something like that, give me a call, 312-738-1060. This is a live show, so don't say nothing ignorant. Let's keep it clean and positive, as we always like to say here at the Inglewood Enterprise Gallery. As a matter of fact, just as a little reminder, we are the Inglewood Enterprise Gallery. As a matter of fact, nowadays we not only operate in Inglewood, we service the Wentworth Gardens area. We also service the Bronzeville area. We work with our community partners in South Shore, as well as other areas of the city. So we are always growing, networking, and multiplying. InglewoodEnterpriseGallery.com. You can check out our website, or you can give us a call directly, 773-719-9848. If you want to give us a call and tell us what a great job we're doing, we open for that as well. Questions, comments, and criticisms. Meanwhile, it's been a lot going on, and it's a struggle in Chicago to stay positive, to keep things on a positive note. We lost a lot of people during the pandemic, a lot of elders, a lot of young people, people around my age, friends, loved ones. But even beyond that, something that is more of an epidemic in Chicago than some other things is the epidemic of violence. So, I personally lost a few young people really over the course of the last 3 months, 2 months, last few weeks. And I just wanted to pay a little respect to a couple young people who were very dear to me. One of them being a young brother who was almost like a nephew of mine. I'm looking for the picture, but I don't see it. But rest in peace, young brother Jerusalem Towels, also known as the rapper 30 Bang, to young people, to his parents. He was Jerusalem, Towels, and another young brother that we lost, good friend of mine. He worked with us for a summer. Very prolific, intelligent young brother, and we lost him due to natural causes. And this is a poem that he shared with us several years ago when he was a part of our Inglewood Enterprise Gallery Youth Business Network. So I just wanted to share this with you, Mr. Marcel Jonikin. May he rest in paradise, rest in heaven, and be blessed immensely ever forward, and may he watch over us from the realm of the ancestors. Check this out.
Is it a blossom waiting to bloom, or is it a destruction waiting to be destroyed? Or is it rebuilt from the feelings of one person to another? Is it something that you can hold? Is it something that you can feel? Of course it is, but how do you feel it? Do you feel it from the bottom or from the top? From the heart or from the lungs? The only question is it real? Love.
Yeah, Mr. Marcel Jonikin, rest in heaven. 30 Bang, rest in heaven. Jerusalem, rest in heaven. And all the other young people who have ascended to the realm of the ancestors. If there's a special shout out, anybody that's listening, if you want to call in and give a shout out to give a shout out to us. Give a shout out to the young people in your life that you may have lost, or even an elder. Feel free to do that. I was looking for a picture of my man Jerusalem, so I'm gonna pull up a picture right quick. I ain't gonna play his whole video, but I will just get a couple shots of him, in here. 22-year-old young prolific brother. I watched him grow up, and we need to do more to protect our children. We need to do more to defend our communities. And I know this is a very, very touchy issue, and some people in our community will debate me up and down, but I think it might be time to start snitching. Now, I know a lot of people, they believe in the stop snitching and all of that, but we at war against ourselves, and really the only way to deal with some of this violence that is occurring is start snitching. Somebody knows something. If you disagree with me, call 312-738-1060. But I believe it's time to start snitching. We done tried stop snitching for so long, and this is where it has got us. You know what I mean? Our young people can't even TikTok dance in their house with their grandparents. They can't sit in the car getting a Happy Meal with their daddy. They can't be riding down the street. They can't even be held as an infant in their mama's arms where we are right now. So if it takes for us to start snitching to solve this problem, then we got to do a reality check. We can't have it both ways. We have to determine what can we actively do in our own communities to bring back some peace and harmony. And I know it seems far-fetched and elusive, but at the end of the day, we are the ones that are in control. Not nobody outside of our community. It's not going to come down to how much money that can be pumped in our community, because everything we need is right in here. One of my terms that I want to bring back is show some love. Back in the days in the 90s in the hip hop era, before hip hop turned into what it is today, people used to start out saying, hey, let's show some love. Let's show some love for each other. Let's show some love for our elders. Let's stop disrespecting each other the way that we do. My time is almost up, and I don't need them to come in here and run me up out of here, so I will begin to wrap up shortly. But do we need to start snitching? That's what I want to know. I think it's time. I think it's time that we play a proactive role, because if you don't stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. But that's just my 2 cents. Once again, I'm just Brother Medina over here at the Inglewood Enterprise Gallery. You can catch us at our new location over in the Bridgeport Artist Loft. Also at the Crystal Space Art Gallery. Also, you can catch us at Medina the Artist on Instagram. But it's good to be back to the show. It's a lot of interesting things are going on out here, and we just got to keep pressing forward. Our new show is on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Let me see if I got any other special announcements before I get up out of here. I gave a shout out to many of our community partners. As a matter of fact, we'll be looking forward to next week's guest, which will be the Dion Victoria, artist, educator extraordinaire, a scientist of sorts, and all of that, and she'll be talking to us about her work in the Inglewood community, talking trash in Inglewood, where they're doing neighborhood cleanups, and some of what the Healing Academy and Dion Victoria are looking to do to help uplift the community. As we like to say, uplifting the community using arts and creativity. So, for the most part, I think that's about it. We're going to go on and wrap it on up. We appreciate y'all joining us once again. This is the Inglewood Enterprise Gallery Show. We'll keep pressing forward. We want you to join us next week. I know y'all couldn't think of no good questions this week, but I'm going to give you 7 days to come up with some good ones. Let it marinate for a minute and come back at us with some good questions. Brother Medina, Inglewood Enterprise Gallery, Medina the Artist, peace and love, and see y'all next week.